Mac, how do you think hip hop would have been different had you not got that time, C Murder not gotten that time, Pimp C not passed, or Soulja Slim wouldn't have passed? How do you think that would have changed the trajectory of y'all personal lives and careers and hip hop altogether?
Man, I say this with all humility, that if I wouldn't have went to prison, I would have been one of the top selling artists in the world.
My God.
That's without a doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that that is what would have happened because of, number one, the work ethic, and I'm such a fan of the game that I know how to adjust to the times. That's how it would have affected me personally.
Yeah.
Now, if none of us would have went to prison, I think we would have continued to be a major force and on a consistent level through the years. And I would have just loved to see where everybody's career would have taken them. And so that's what I think.
Yep.
What do you think the energy was about No Limit, though, man, that allowed y'all to be able to have that big of an impact? Because a lot of people created labels and a lot of people did this thing, man, but not everybody get a chance to say that we were at the very top of the game.
At a very short amount of time.
Come on.
That's just a reflection of the work.
Okay.
We were going back to the sweatshop.
The sweatshop.
We were in there putting in so much work, man, that it was inevitable.
Okay.
And so I say that, and I say that with all
I get it.
with all humility, that I mean, everything, man, pay like it weigh.
Yeah.
You know, everything pay like it weigh. It's work call. The work you put in, that's what you're gonna get back, and you know, in your reflection. I believe that that's balance, the law of reciprocity. And so that's what I think No Limit was an example of that.
Exactly.
Because we put out like 20-something albums in 1 year.
28.
Who does that? Like, what other label does that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we're talking about gold and platinum
It's only
records.
12 months, so that's like 2 albums, sometimes 3 albums a month. Then you got the soundtracks coming out.
You can't help but be successful.
How was the industry reacting to y'all at the time, though, Mac? Because y'all that came out of nowhere and took over.
Oh,
the
industry
industry people.
The industry people were scared to death. I mean, they had never seen anything like that. I mean, you're talking about something that was totally left field. It was new, and they really couldn't control it because the demand was so great, was so strong at the time. So I just think, as far as the industry people, it was left field. I think smart people in the industry learned from it. Like, yo, we need to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we totally cut out the advertising budget because we were advertising
on the
in the
album.
CD. We totally cut that out. So the overhead, a lot of the overhead was low.
Exactly.
And yet the profit margin, I mean, that can't be said enough.
Yeah.
And also, let me mention this, something I wanted to go back to something you said earlier. I was thinking about as far as why I'm an advocate for these artists.
Yeah.
Because we look at some of these rappers today and we have this big old thing about drill music. And let me first state that I am definitely not advocating for anyone making songs before or after committing a crime and then bragging about it. I'm against that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I do know that content itself, the negative, that type of content itself, we've been doing that. So that's why I can't really condemn these young men for what they're doing. I had a song on Shell Shock called Beef.
Yeah.
And the chorus was, all my niggas gonna ride tonight.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die tonight.
Come on.
How could I have a song like that and then hate these young men for making similar songs?
So talk to me about that, though, man, because Beef was one of my favorite songs as well.
Right.
And for you to jam that hard and understand where they're coming from, how do you feel about that, man? Do you feel like you were contributing to the delinquency of every young black man at the time? Or do you feel like you were jamming and just having a good time and creating your art?
Well, I can't speak to how it influenced others.
Yeah.
I know me, I was just jamming.
Yeah.
The beat was rolling, and it was just my way of
Exactly.
I was feeling that vibe.
My God.
America, I am not doing that stuff that I said on Beef.
Yeah.
Just for the record. I'm on parole. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just saying. That was
It
just
didn't
music.
make me want to go do nothing to nobody.
And that's the other
it
part
was that
too.
I was
energy.
like, let me learn the lyrics to it, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to go outside and do
We were
nothing
just
like
jamming.
that.
And see, that was the other thing. You know, I think people give the music too much credit for the neighborhood.
No,
Right.
it's your mother and your father
what
and the
I'm
way
saying.
you was raised. Like if you was raised right, you know if you listen to something like even if you watch a scary
Scarface.
movie,
Yeah.
you can watch a movie and just because Robert De Niro on Heat they got a standoff for 15 minutes, that
Yeah.
don't make me want to rob a bank. I'm looking like,
Exactly.
damn, they killed the getaway driver. I don't never want,
Exactly. Don't want to pause
He the
that.
first one.
If
Come on.
if you are heavily influenced by those things, I think it's more of a reflection of the individual and how they was raised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because I know some people that love trap music,
Yeah.
that love drill music, and guess what? They're college students.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Never sold.
They're
nothing,
lawyers.
none of that.
Exactly.
They're doctors.
Come on.
And they
Athletes.
vibe. They're athletes and
Come
they
on.
vibe. So I just think that art in itself, art is just art. There ain't no
Yeah.
other way to put it. I mean, think about it. We had a song by one of the most popular songs in American music is "Mama, I Killed a Man," the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
Do you think that this man really just went killed a man?
Come on.
Johnny Cash had a song called "I Shot a Man in Reno Just to Watch Him Die."
Bob Marley, I shot the sheriff.
I shot the sheriff. Basically, Bob Marley was saying, "Don't accuse me of shooting no deputy.
Come on.
I don't want no little boy. I went to the big man. I shot the sheriff."
Come on.
You know what I mean? But I mean, it's music, bro. It's art.